Welcome to a comprehensive guide to understanding the housing market. This vast and diverse sector is more than just the buying and selling of homes. It's a dynamic entity that influences economies, shapes neighborhoods, and impacts our daily lives. From the bustling metropolis to the quiet suburbs, every community is touched by the housing market. But what exactly does it entail? And why is it so crucial? In this guide, we'll explore the fundamental concepts of the housing market, the different types of markets that exist, and the current trends shaping this industry. We'll also delve into how the housing market affects the economy, and why it's such a vital aspect of our society. Our journey will take us from the basic principles to the complex interplay between supply, demand, and economic factors. So, buckle up for a thrilling exploration. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the fascinating world of the housing market. Enjoying this content? Don't miss out on future videos filled with even more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Hit that subscribe button now to stay tuned with us. To start, we must first understand the basics of the housing market. The housing market, quite simply, revolves around the selling and buying of property. At its core, this market is driven by the fundamental principles of supply and demand. When the supply of houses exceeds the demand, prices tend to drop. Conversely, when demand outstrips supply, prices are likely to rise. This fluctuation in prices is a key characteristic of the housing market. But what factors influence supply and demand in the housing market? Well, a multitude of factors come into play. On the supply side, factors like the cost of construction, availability of land, and government regulations can affect the number of houses being built. If these factors make it difficult or costly to build, the supply of houses can decrease, pushing prices up. On the demand side, factors such as population growth, income levels, and access to mortgage financing can play a significant role. If more people are moving to an area or incomes are rising, the demand for houses can increase. Likewise, if mortgage financing becomes more accessible or affordable, more people may be able to buy homes, driving up demand. Another crucial factor that influences both supply and demand is interest rates. If interest rates are low, borrowing money to buy a house becomes cheaper, which can increase demand. On the other hand, if interest rates rise, it can make mortgages more expensive, potentially reducing demand. Additionally, the housing market is often affected by broader economic conditions. During periods of economic growth, people may feel more confident about their financial future and be more willing to buy a house, increasing demand. Conversely, during economic downturns, people may be more hesitant to buy, reducing demand. Understanding these basics of the housing market is essential, not just for potential buyers and sellers, but also for investors. It allows them to make informed decisions whether they're considering buying a property, investing in real estate stocks, or even just trying to understand the economy better. With a grasp of these basics, we can now explore the different types of housing markets. Not all housing markets are created equal. There are several types, each with its own characteristics. Let's start with the buyer's market. This is a scenario where the supply of homes available for sale exceeds the demand. In other words, there are more houses on the market than there are people willing to buy them. This surplus of homes often results in lower prices, as sellers compete to attract buyers. For potential homeowners, a buyer's market can be a golden opportunity to purchase property at a reduced cost. On the flip side, sellers might find it challenging to get their desired price. Next, we have the seller's market. This is the opposite of the buyer's market. Here, the demand for homes exceeds the supply. There are more people looking to buy houses than there are houses available. This shortage often drives prices up as buyers compete for the limited number of properties. For sellers, this can be an excellent time to sell their homes as they can often get a higher price. Buyers, however, may find themselves paying more than they'd like. Finally, there's the balanced market. This is when the supply of homes matches the demand. Neither buyers nor sellers have a significant advantage in these scenarios. Prices remain relatively stable, and homes sell close to their listing price. A balanced market represents a level playing field, where the forces of supply and demand are in harmony. To wrap it up, each type of housing market has its own quirks and characteristics. A buyer's market can be great for those looking to purchase a home at a lower price, but not so great for sellers. A seller's market can benefit those looking to sell their property, but it can be tough on buyers. And a balanced market offers a fair environment for both parties. Understanding these types allows us to identify trends and make informed decisions. Now let's discuss the current trends in the housing market. In recent years, we've seen a fascinating shift in the housing market. One of the most significant trends is the rise of urban living. More and more people are flocking to cities, drawn by the allure of job opportunities, cultural experiences, and the convenience of amenities. This has led to a surge in demand for urban housing, pushing up property prices. On the other hand, there's also a growing trend towards remote work. The advent of technology and the changes brought about by the global pandemic have made it possible for people to work from anywhere. This has led to an increased demand for homes in suburban and rural areas, with home offices or extra space for a home-based lifestyle. Another noteworthy trend is the increasing popularity of sustainable and eco-friendly homes. As climate change becomes a more pressing issue, many buyers are prioritizing properties with energy-efficient features. This demand has motivated developers to incorporate sustainable design elements into their projects, further driving this trend. But what do these trends mean for buyers and sellers? For buyers, it means that they need to be strategic and consider factors such as location, work flexibility, and sustainability when making a purchase. For sellers, it means that they need to adapt to the changing preferences of buyers. Properties that cater to these trends are likely to attract more potential buyers and command higher prices. Looking towards the future, these trends suggest a housing market that is increasingly diverse. With the rise of urban living, remote work, and sustainable homes, we're likely to see a market that caters to a wide range of lifestyle choices. This diversity could lead to a more balanced and resilient housing market. However, it's important to remember that trends can change, and the housing market is influenced by a variety of factors, from economic conditions to government policies. So it's always a good idea to stay informed and keep an eye on the market. These trends offer valuable insights into the ever-changing landscape of the housing market. The housing market doesn't exist in a vacuum. It has a significant impact on the broader economy. To unravel this, let's start with employment. The housing market generates jobs in a variety of sectors, from construction workers who build homes, to real estate agents who sell them, to bankers who finance them, and even to the manufacturers who produce the appliances that fill them. When the housing market is thriving, it's creating jobs, which in turn boosts the economy. But the impact doesn't stop there. When people buy homes, they also spend money on other goods and services. They might need new furniture, a fresh coat of paint, or landscaping services. This is known as the multiplier effect. For every $1 spent on housing, it's estimated that another $2 are spent elsewhere in the economy. The housing market, therefore, has a considerable influence on consumer spending. Now let's talk about economic growth. The housing market can be a key driver of this. When home prices rise, homeowners often feel wealthier. This can lead to increased consumer confidence and spending, which stimulates economic growth. Conversely, when home prices fall, homeowners may feel less wealthy and cut back on spending, which can slow economic growth. The housing market also affects the banking sector. Banks lend money to homebuyers, and these loans, known as mortgages, make up a significant portion of a bank's assets. If a large number of homeowners default on their mortgages, it can lead to financial instability and even a banking crisis. Furthermore, the housing market influences government policy. Property taxes, a major source of revenue for local governments, are based on home values. When home prices rise, so does tax revenue, which can be used to fund public services. As you can see, the health of the housing market can tell us a lot about the state of the economy. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the basics of the housing market to its impact on the economy. We've delved into the nitty-gritty of different types of housing markets and examined the current trends shaping the industry. Let's do a quick recap. We began by introducing the housing market and its fundamental concepts. We then explored various types of housing markets, each with their unique characteristics and influences. Following that, we dived into the current trends that are influencing the housing market today, highlighting the factors that are driving these changes. Lastly, we discussed the significant role that the housing market plays in our economy and how it can shape our financial future. Remember, staying informed and understanding these trends can help you make sound decisions, whether you're an investor, a homeowner, or just someone interested in the economy. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the housing market. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our content with others who might find it useful. Until next time, keep learning and stay informed.